Oh man, this stuff is fat, yo. It's time to supercharge your coffee into the most amazing energy boosting, 100% fat blasting drink that you can imagine, especially if you're in ketosis. So let's break it down. All right, first things first, all I've got is about 10 ounces or about a tall size of coffee, okay? Just plain old black coffee. I prefer light roast because it has a little bit of a higher caffeine content. The reason that we're using coffee is obvious, okay? Caffeine. But here's what's interesting. There's a recent study done in 2016 published in the Journal of Physiology and Pharmacology that found that caffeine more than doubles your levels of free fatty acids and ketones in the bloodstream. That means more fat being mobilized, more fat being utilized, and ultimately more fat being burned. All right, so that's first things first. Now I've got MCT oil. You've seen me talk about this stuff before, medium chain triglycerides. The interesting thing about these, they are way different from regular fats, okay? Normally, fats have to digest in the system, and then they get processed through the lymphatic system, not even through the bloodstream. They travel through the lymph, they go to the liver, they get processed, and it takes a while before you ever really have energy, okay? But MCTs, they skip a couple critical steps. They go straight from consumption into digestion and straight into the bloodstream. No lymph system, no liver processing, just straight into utilization, meaning you get more energy and more fat mobilization. So all I'm gonna do is eyeball this, but I'm gonna use about a tablespoon. I make this all the time, so I can safely say that's about a tablespoon. All right, you can use coconut oil too, it's just not quite as potent. Then I have ghee, G-H-E-E. Ghee is awesome stuff, okay? You get all the benefits of the fats from a butter without the milk solids. They're gonna have all the lactose, without all the casein products in it. So basically a very pure form to get straight milk fat without the milk processing. And all I'm gonna do here is eyeball just about a teaspoon. I don't need much of that, okay? You can add a little bit more if you want, but there are a lot of studies that back up the use of ghee in lieu of regular butter. So a lot of people will say use Kerrygold grass-fed butter. That stuff's okay, but they've been recently bought out and it's not nearly as good as using straight up ghee. All right, now I've got Himalayan pink salt. You've seen in my videos before, and you've probably wondered, why does he always use Himalayan pink salt? Well, the reasoning is simple. I'm just gonna put a couple grinds in here, probably equaling to about 1/4 of a teaspoon. All right, why? Simply because pink Himalayan salt contains a wide variety, an abundance of minerals, okay? 84 minerals, which means it's not like using regular iodized salt. When you use regular iodized salt, you're only looking at sodium, and we call that unopposed sodium. It's unopposed because it isn't being opposed by other minerals to balance it out. It's just willy-nilly plain old sodium, and guess what that's gonna do? It's gonna make you a marshmallow. It's gonna make you puffy, it's gonna make you blimpy, you're never gonna see your pump, you're never gonna feel good. That's why you wanna use the good balanced stuff. But why is it in this coffee? Well, for a number of reasons. Typically, when you are on a low-carb diet, you're not retaining water, and you need to retain water in the right places. So sodium is going to help that. But sodium is also going to help out with the actual energy process in your body, okay, the electrical system. Sodium and potassium work together. See, sodium is positively charged, and you have other ions in your body that are negatively charged, and that polarization is what transfers energy and what transfers water into the cell, giving you energy, giving you the ability to actually get a pump, okay? That's super, super critical, so don't skip on that. But it wouldn't be good if we didn't actually have it a little bit sweet. So I'm gonna use some stevia here. I'm not even gonna use much. With this, a liquid stevia, I'm just gonna do maybe 3-4 drops. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can use a little bit more if you want it a little bit sweeter. In fact, I want it a little bit sweeter today, so I'm putting another 3 in there. Now, why stevia? Well, first and foremost, Splenda is shown to spike your insulin. No quicker way to quickly kick you out of ketosis for a minute than using Splenda. And it's also basically chlorine, so why do we want to do that? At least with stevia, it processes different in the body. You see, when you consume it, stevia glycosides react with the gut bacteria in your body to actually produce a compound that really isn't digestible by the body in the first place. It's known as steviol. The steviol still has the sweet flavor when you consume it, but it doesn't get absorbed into the bloodstream and elevate your blood glucose. So you're basically having a scot-free way of getting something sweet. Passes through your body, no questions asked. All right, so now this is all mixed together. Now we do the fun thing. We whip it up. You know what, guys? I just thought of one thing that I want to add to this. Now, this is totally up to you. Go in the pantry here. I've got this stuff, cacao. You don't have to use it, but I totally forgot about it for a second, and I want to throw it in here. So what the cacao is going to do is, first of all, give it a really strong flavor, but cacao also has something known as theobromine in it. And in addition to theobromine, it has a little bit more caffeine. It's got some other compounds in it that are going to help give you a little bit of an endorphin rush too. So it helps you feel good. So if you're using it before you go to the gym, you get some big benefits there. Nice. Now we have a mocha. Check this out. That is like one giant puddle of fatty goodness. All right. And it is so good. And I am ready right now to go pump some iron. So if you have any questions regarding this recipe or have any ideas for future recipes here on SixPackAbs.com, make sure you comment below and comment on SixPackAbs.com so that we can make sure that we're bringing you the best content absolutely possible. Keep it locked in here on SixPack Abs. See you in the next video.